In this video, I test how well it goes up hills.
I'm doing a hill test.
Then I check how good the brakes are.
Okay, so I'm about to do a brake test.
Then it rains and I get wet. But first of all, I say, look, I've got another box. Look, I've got another box. Right, okay, so what's inside this box today? Well, inside the box is more boxes. We have the front mudguard. We have another box that I will come back to. We have the two-part handlebar stem. Then we got the seat post. We have the manual for the EP-2 Boost. Another manual in a different language. Then there's a little pump. We got a bell. Then there's some pedals. So then there's some spare brake pads, some cable ties, some tools, and the charger. So here it is, all put together. Now it's very similar to the original EP2, with just a few minor differences, and the biggest difference is there's no twist throttle. It's got a boost button, and this is classed as a UK or a EU legal e-bike. So the differences I can notice is the disc brakes are 180mm, where the original I think was 160mm. Down here on the crank, we've got a torque sensor. Then up here, up on the handlebars there, is the boost button. So at the back by here, you've got integrated tail lights. Let's just put that on like that. Then there we go. I'll pull the brake like that. And you've got a brake light as well. Let's spin this around and we'll have a look at the front light as well. And there we go. There's the front light. Let's just turn it on like that. Looks pretty bright to me. We'll try it somewhere where it's dark later on in the video. Now the keys are the same as the original EP2. They go under the frame by there to turn the bike on. And once you turn it on, the keys are locked in. If you do want to take the battery out, you've got to use the keys under there and undo the frame. So this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. I'm 178 centimetres, 1.78 metres or 5'10". Very comfortable position. And as you can see by here, you have got adjustable handlebars. So I've got it in a nice upright position. We have 20-inch wheels with 4-inch wide tyres. We got the 180mm discs, and then we got cable operated brakes. Okay then, so that was a look around the bike. Let's get it out on the old open road. Right, okay, here we are, out on the open road. Now, it's the 1st of June when I'm filming this, and the weather today is terrible. The weather's absolutely awful. So it's been raining off and on, so I hope I don't get caught in a rain shower. It's windy, I think it's 18 or 19 mile per hour winds today, so it's quite breezy as well. The microphone I got by here does do a very good job of blocking the wind out. But anyway, and it's not very warm either. Everybody got coats on, and it's not very warm on the 1st of June. Anyway, so we're going to do a couple of tests on this bike with the old boost button. And like I've said on the other ENGWE e-bikes, the boost button, it's a little bit like turning the torque sensor, because this bike's got a torque sensor. It's a little bit like turning it into a cadence sensor, but you have still got to put a little bit of pressure on the axle, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get a little bit further on. Now we'll do a brake test a little bit further on. I like to get the brake sort of bedded in a little bit, because it's a better test if you bed the brakes in instead of just doing it straight away. It's starting to rain again. Ooh. Let's get past this car and another car. Boost button on this little hill by here. Right, there we go. Now I'm in gear 3 at the moment. The torque sensor does work pretty well, because if you want to get a bit of exercise, just use the torque sensor. If you're a bit lazy like me, use the boost button. There's a bit of a hill by here, so we'll give it a little bit of a boost. Try and squeeze past this car again. Plenty of room. Okay. Now the brakes are cable operated, but they do feel quite good because they got 180mm discs, so it does make it a little bit better. It does make it better, because just trying it by here, they do feel pretty good. But we'll do a proper brake test a bit further on. We'll do the hill test, which is just around this corner by here. We'll do the hill test. This is quite a steep hill by here.
but it should be able to do it fine, but we'll find out when we get there. Now, I will say that the crank is quite high compared to other bikes. So when you move the seat up higher to like not have your legs going past 90 degrees, then that ends up where you find it difficult to sort of touch the floor, if you know what I mean. It's not a massive, it's not a deal breaker. It's just the crank is a little bit higher off the floor, if you know what I mean, than a normal sort of push bike. Right, the hill is just around this corner by here, so is that a car coming behind me? I can see something. Yeah, I'll pull over for that car first. Car coming this way as well, and another car. I'll just pull over by here out the way. Let's get out the way of all the cars and then we'll try the hill test. Right, so I'm in gear 3. Let's try it in gear, I think 2. We won't go 1, we'll be brave and we'll try gear 2, okay? So, this is the sort of lower part of the hill. I'm in pedal assist 5. So, it's giving me a little bit of power there, look. I'm pushing. Let's engage the boost now. There's the boost engaged. And there we go. Now we're going, now we're cooking. Hey! So this is getting pretty steep by here now. The steepest part is just up by here, so let's see if I can do it in gear 2. I think I should have been in gear 1, but we'll keep on going and we'll see what happens. It is getting hard for me to push by here. I should have been in gear 1. I should have been in gear 1, but there we are. It is getting us up here, look. There we go. So we slowed down, but it did get us up here. Fantastic. Now I have noticed that when you're not using the boost button, the pedal assist is very controllable through the torque sensor. So let's engage a bit of boost because we are on a hill again. Boost button engaged, and it does make it nice and easy. So there's plenty of torque. I think it says there's 55 Newton meters of torque. It says on the website. This is classed as there's a van coming. I better get it going. Look like that van's going to keep on coming. Oh. You should have stopped, really. There we go. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying, and I was trying to concentrate on not going into the van. What was I saying? Oh yeah. It is classed as a 250, that's what ENGWE says on the website, is a 250 watt legal e-bike, but it has got a lot of power for a 250 watt legal e-bike, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I've just pulled over by here. Let's do the old squish test on the seat by here. So there's the seat. I don't know if you can see, it's raining, look. It is actually raining. It might not show on the camera, but it is raining. But anyway, very squishy by there, very squishy by there. Very squishy by there, a little bit firm in the front, I'd say, a little bit firm by there, but quite squishy. There's my hand, so it's not the widest seat in the world, but it's not the thinnest either. That's the size of it. So there we go, and it's raining. I just hope it doesn't rain any more than it is raining right now. It's just spitting a little bit, it's not too bad, but I hope it doesn't rain a lot because I haven't got a coat on that's waterproof. Now I think this bike is water resistant. It is water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. Another big hill coming up now, any minute now, so we'll try that out when we get there. I am still in level 5. I'm always in level 5. Let's engage the boost. I think I'm gonna have to go to gear 1 on this hill here, but the boost is engaged, and you have got to push a little bit on the crank to get it the boost kicked in. So let's give it a bit of pedal power. I'm not pushing hard. It's not like it's difficult. This is a very steep hill again. I don't know if there's a time limit on the boost and it stops at a certain amount of time. I'm not quite sure. But at the moment, the boost is engaged and we're getting up the hill. Lovely. A little bit more of a hill to go. So I'm not getting puffed out on nothing. I have got to keep pressure on the crank to keep that boost going. Very steep by here now. There we go, we're almost there, we've almost made it. There we go, up to the top. So there we go, made it, lovely. Now, it is a folding bike, so let's have a look what it looks like when it's folded up. Okay, so we got a folding mechanism by there, then we got this folding part here in the middle, and the pedals do also fold up. So let's fold it all up and see what the bike looks like when it's folded. So that's what it looks like when it's all folded up. It does go pretty compact, so it's pretty good. And if we come to the front, just down by here, we have a look just down by here in the front by there, you can see where the battery slides out. And you can also see where the controller is as well. Right, there we go then, nice and compact when it's folded up. Let's make my way down the rest of this. Oh, big bump there. I almost didn't see that bump then. I was looking at the camera. I didn't see the bump. So that was the bike all folded up. So let's make my way down this hill and watch the bumps. So I think I'll go up to the pub, then I'll turn left. And it's a very quiet road. So we'll try that quiet road now. And that leads to like the, it's a forestry. So let's get past the pub. Ooh, the sun's coming out for a second. I don't think it'll be out for long. It's just popped out and it's gone back in again. Ah, right. Let's get along this path by here. Oh, some bikers come in the opposite direction. Okay. Now, the links will be down in the description below. And I think this bike, for what it is, it's a folding bike as well. I think the price is a good price. I think it's a very good price. So all the links will be down in the description below. Here we go, another hill. Let's get some boost going. Let's get up here. So I got the boost going here now. Come on. Quite steep this is. Now I have looked in the menu settings. I'll tell you what, I'll pull over, I'll try and show you, because I did look in the menu settings at if you could change the speed. People always ask me in the comments, can this bike be unlocked? I can't find a way to unlock the speed, but I'll pull over in a second and I'll show you on the display exactly what I mean. Now, I don't know how well you can see this display here, but if I press the plus and minus button, like that, then we've got the settings. Then if I go through to the settings, there, 48 volt. I don't know what SL10 means. 0 to 5, 23-inch tyres, it says by there. Then we get to the miles per hour here. It says 25 miles per hour, but it's 25 kilometers actually. I've got it on. I've got the speedo on miles per hour, but it means it'll stop at 25 kilometers an hour. So if I press let me take my glove off a second. If I press the I button, that's flashing there. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't change it. So it's locked. I don't know the way to unlock it. So there we go. Right, so there's a big hill by there, right in front of me by there. So let's try the walk function. See how powerful the walk function is on this bike. So we'll hold the minus button down, like so. I got to turn the levels up first, sorry. Right, try it again. Press the minus button, like that. Here we go, here's the walk function. Can I hold it back? I can hold it back, look, so it's not the strongest in the world. Let's see if it can get itself up this hill by here. It seems to be a lot of mild walk functions lately. So I'm not pushing this bike now. This is going up the hill, but I think is it gonna come to a stop? No, it is going up there. It's nice and slow, it's quite manageable, and it's almost coming to a stop, but it is going, look. It's quite a steep hill, so it can drag itself up the hill. Like there's no weight on it. If I push it a little bit like that, then it's light as a feather to get up there. So there we go. I may as well go to the top of the hill now, since we're here. And there we go, we're at Penhow Farm. I got a feeling this is up for sale. I'm sure I've seen this farm up for sale, Penhow Farm. Well, it was up for sale a few months ago. Be a nice place to live, wouldn't it? Living up there, on top of the hill. Very nice. Anyway, we got sun and we got rain at the same time now. So we haven't got any rear suspension. We got the front suspension, which is pretty good. If I was going to keep this bike, I'd probably have a suspension seat post on it. That's probably my age though, isn't it? Anyway, let's get down here now. And I don't know if you can see from there, I've got to sort of lean to the side because when I put the seat up, I was trying to explain this earlier, when I put the seat up, so my knees don't come up too high when the pedals are up on the highest mount, my foot is quite far away from the ground. And that's because the crank is slightly higher than a normal crank on a normal bike. That's probably because it's a folding bike. Anyway, let's get down here. So just be aware that if I come to a stop, usually I get off the bike, I put my foot down. If I want to have it comfortable. Anyway, let's get down here. Right, okay, we're on a forest road now. This is, it goes quite far that way, but this way will take me back onto the mountain road in about half a mile, I expect. Maybe less than half a mile, more like half a kilometre. It's just around a corner and down a hill, so we'll get down here. Remember not to pull the front brake too hard on the loose gravel. I'm just trying to work out yeah, the back brake is on the right hand side and the front brake is on the left hand side, which is the opposite way around to usual, I think. It's more of an American way, isn't it? Usually the front brake is on this side. On the right side, I should say. So I'm pointing to that side. Another big hill in front of me now. I think because the laws are tightening up on what e-bike manufacturers can sell and can't sell in the EU and the UK, I think that's why a lot more bikes are trying to come, you know, legal. That the boost button is in the realms of the legal sort of laws. So that's the best compromise, I suppose, is you've got a torque sensor so you can have a bit of exercise, and you've got a boost button there then to help you out. You know, if you don't want a bit of exercise, or you're lazy like me. I don't mind pedaling now and again, but you know, as you get older, the boost button helps, doesn't it? But I think it's because of I see a lot more bikes now come in without a throttle, and I think that's what's going to happen more and more. I think that's my opinion. I think that's what's going to happen. The wind is blowing right on my face, but there. Anyway, I think is there any cars coming? We'll get up to 15 miles per hour and we'll try a brake test. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Whoa! Oh! Let's have a little turn around and see what that looked like. Oh! Now I was expecting. I can't stop by here for too long because a car might come along, but I was expecting that to be a little bit further than that. The brakes are pretty good, I gotta say. Let me just go by here. It sort of started skidding by here and the bike's only by there, look. I was going uphill slightly, so I wasn't going downhill. Anyway, that was pretty good. Now, if you jump on the bike, I am on a bit of a hill by here. So I'll press the boost button, and as I get on, I'll push down on the pedal like that, and it does come in straight away. When you put the boost button down, it does come in almost straight away. So if you're on a hill, it is easy to sort of start pedalling and get on your way. Now we're going to come past that pub that we just turned past because I went around, and we're coming back in a loop by here now. So let's get past this pub. So there is no point doing a speed test. It goes up to 15.5 miles per hour or 25 kilometers per hour, and then the assistance cuts out. Motorbiking. Okay, so I'm hiding under these trees by here at the moment. The bike's by there, look, I don't know if you can see there. The bike is getting wet. The road is wet. I just got caught in the rain. So I'm just hiding under this big tree by here, like that. My head's in a leaf by there, like that. So, and the animals are there stuck in the field, look. There's a nice horsey there, look. Hello, horse. There's the sheep, look. They don't seem to mind the rain too much. But it is a bit of shelter by here. It is nice and dry under these trees by here. So I'm going to wait for it to stop raining before I go back out into the rain. It doesn't show up on the camera very well, but it is raining. I assure you that I don't know if you can see there, the floor is wet, but I am under the trees by here. I think it might have eased off a little bit now. Anyway, and the bike is getting wet, and I'm getting wet. Right, okay, it's the next day. The sun is out now, much nicer day. Van coming, I'm going to get squashed by it now. Let me just slow down for this van by here. There should be enough room. Okay. It's going to be quite busy today, I think. Right. I had to abandon yesterday's bike outing because it started raining. So I had to get back home pretty quick. Now, it is a lot nicer riding in the sun. I wish these people in cars would come to a stop. If they can't give you a metre and a half, I think it is. Is it something like that, a metre and a half? Maybe, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Is it a car and a half width? I don't know what it is. I should look it up. I'll put it on the screen. If they can't give you enough room, they should come to a stop and then you come past. So anyway, that's nothing to do with the bike review. Now, what did we do yesterday? We did the hill test. We did the brake test. It'll only go up to 15.5 miles per hour before it cuts off. We tried the boost button. So really today, I'm just out enjoying the sun. And it's rather nice. Compared to yesterday, yesterday was windy, rainy, cloudy. But this is a very nice day today. Now, because it's a folding bike, it has got the sort of narrower handlebars. So I wouldn't advise driving with one hand with this one, because if you hit a bump or a pothole, it does tend to sort of pull you around a bit because the handlebars are a bit narrow, if you know what I mean. That's why a lot of people change to the BMX style. Now, I will put on the screen, there are handlebars on the ENGWE website, for this. So I'll put it on screen right now and you can see what they are. Pretty reasonable priced, I'd say. And if this was my bike, I would go for the BMX style handlebars. Now, we went up this hill yesterday, but I think I'm going to put it in gear 1 today because it was a little bit hard for me. Oh, I think they've been filling the potholes. Right, let's get going. Yeah, they filled all the potholes in today. So here we go, up the hill, boost engaged, pedal level assist 5. Same hill we went up yesterday, but I was in gear 2 yesterday, so hopefully we get up here again. My camera's turning as well, stop turning. And there's a car going to try and come past me on the hill now. As I started, I'll slow down, haven't I? And another car. Oh look, they're enjoying the sun with their roof off their car. Got to watch his own drive into a ditch. There's only so far I can go over, and then it's a ditch. So I got to be careful. Right, here we go. Woohoo! Now, I have noticed that if you hold the boost button down, after a certain amount of time, I don't know what the time is, but after a certain amount of time, it stops giving you the boost, and you've got to take your hand off it, and then put it back on again to get the boost back. That's my, that's what I seem to have found. Right, okay, there we go then. That's my review of the ENGWE EP-2 Boost. All the links will be down below in the description. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!